I like animations, especially 3D ones. So I decided to try to make one of my own. I learned a little bit of Blender and want to put my skills to the test. But to start, I need a character or avatar. However, that's the problem. I don't have one. Now, I've tried making a character based off of a lemming. However, instead of looking like a lemming, it looked like a potato with legs. But then I thought, hey, what if I make a character that's simple? Like, really simple. Behold, a cube. Today, I'm going to be turning a bunch of cubes into my first ever character. Let's get into it. So to start off with the head and torso, I'm going to make them the same size. I'll shrink them down later, but I want to worry about the front view right now. The arms going to be smaller than the torso, but the length is going to be about the same size. I did some measurements. It's about shoulder to top of hip is kind of the length of your arm. Now, for the bottom arm, I'm just going to duplicate that. Boom, that's the whole arm. For the hip, I want there to be a hip bone. Just because I don't want a long rectangle for the whole body. This just looks better. It's more natural. For the hand, duplicate the arm, shrink it down. Boom, that's my hand. I was a little iffy about the hand, but I think a hand and foot will work. Working on the legs, I want it to be slightly thicker than the arms. Not too thick, just noticeable. Probably not actually. Now, I don't know about a foot. However, if I'm going to have a hand, I should probably have a foot too. Now, as I said before, the head, no, not head. Well, I guess head, but the torso and hip, I'm going to shrink them down to roughly the size of the or width of the arms. I think that's, I think it probably looks good, just so it's not so bulky. Front faced, whatever. It's a cube guy, but I want him to be more. I guess not square. I mean, whatever. We'll shrink them down roughly the same size or same width of the arms. But anyways, for the other side of the arm, I'm just going to apply a mirror modifier. It makes things easier instead of having to redo all of that work. Now for the feet, I don't know if I want a solid rectangle or some kind of deviant of a shape. So I'll probably just make the foot a bend a little, maybe add a toe for it. It's probably just going to be the same size as as the shoe, and just put a slice in the middle and move it around so I can make the toe. I think that's a good looking foot for now, but animators. I just learned how fun it is to animate weird things like that. Anyway, for the mask, my goggles, face mask, whatever it is, it's it's like a ski mask probably. I don't know. I'm going to shrink it down from the head, duplicate it, shrink it down, and probably adjust it a little so it doesn't look like some kind of cyclops, or stretch it out a bit. I don't know why I wanted him to have a face. I did not want him to have any like facial features like eyes, mouth, whatever. I'm gonna. I mean, I guess this can technically be his eyes. I don't know if I wanted it rounded or not, so I'm just gonna leave it square like just so it matches. So it's not the only round part on this, well, guy. I don't know his name yet. I'll figure that out later. For the hat, it was a little tricky, so I duplicate the head, move it up a bit, stretch it out. This part took me a while, but I eventually got something that just works for now. I might have to change that later. For the top part, I'm going to stretch up the head and shrink it down a little just so it's not a top hat. I don't want a top hat. I just want some kind of like a nice hat. Just, I mean, I guess a top hat is nice, but anyways, here's the final model. I actually liked how this turned out. I mean, soon I want to figure out how to rig this guy up. It might take a little bit, but he's just a walking block for now. No moving parts, no moving, well, anything. But once I get it rigged up, I'll be able to edit his limbs, well, animate his limbs separately. Once again, they move together, so yeah, once I rig it, it'll fix that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, documentary, whatever it is. I hope you all enjoyed, and God bless, and let's do something new.